Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fatima and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, we're doing a very exciting video because I get to fantasy shop. So this is my $1,000 fantasy dream Sephora Australia cart. So the whole idea of this video is to basically explain what you would buy at Sephora if you had $1,000 spare. Everyone that's done this video has been in America, so I'm kind of taking a few liberties here and I have given myself more money to spend just because of the exchange rate, and I feel like makeup in Australia is so much more expensive than the US. So my total cart comes to $1,500. I went over budget, but I will say, if I was going to spend this kind of money on makeup at Sephora, there is no way I would be spending this kind of money if it wasn't during the VIB sale. So if I was going to spend this kind of money, I would definitely wait until the Sephora Australia sale. So I would be getting 20% off with that sale. So it only really comes down to $1,200. So I think that with the exchange rate, that works out like below $1,000 US. So, but anyway, I'm here to tell you what I would buy or what's on kind of like my dream fantasy wish list at Sephora, and let you know what totals up to $1,500. I will say I was kind of having trouble halfway through, and then I just kept adding a whole heap of stuff to my cart, and next minute it was $1,500. I will say one of the most like fantasy things that I have on my wish list at Sephora is the Dyson hair wrap. So this is the Dyson hair dryer that comes with the curling attachments and the straightening attachments and the hairbrush attachments and all that jazz. But this guy right here is like $759. Actually, let me just, that hurts when I say that. That hurts a lot when I say that. This is definitely like a very wish list item. I don't even think that I could ever bring myself to buy this. I would have to get someone to buy it for me. Otherwise, I would never buy it. Sorry, it's $799. It is $800 for this thing, and it's essentially just a hairdryer, but it looks really cool. It looks kind of amazing. It looks like it's going to change my life and change my hair game. So I'm convinced. I don't know about you. You guys, but like I said, if I was going to buy especially the Dyson hairdryer, if I was going to buy that, it would have to be during the 20% off sale. There's no way I could drop $799 without getting the 20% off. So there's that. That's not included in my $1,500 total, by the way. That's just a total completely out there fantasy item. Now we're going to go on to stuff that is actually in my cart. So the first one on the list is the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint Longwear Fluid in Uncensored. So this is the first color that came out in the Fenty Stunner lip paints, and I have pondered on this lip product for a very long time. Every time I see someone talk about the formula, I hear very mixed things about it, but this uncensored color in the red, it's a beautiful red color, and it looks like kind of probably a drier matte. So I probably wouldn't completely love the formula, but it definitely looks beautiful. It looks like a really nice red, and yeah, I'm sucking in. The next one on my list is the Marc Jacobs Beauty Enamored Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick in Mocha Chocolata. These have always intrigued me since they came out. So these are like a lip gloss hybrid kind of product in a lipstick bullet. They've always intrigued me since they came out, and for anyone that has, you know, dropped in on my live streams that I do on Sundays, you've probably heard me mention every now and then when new colors get released that I've always wanted to try this product, but I've never really bit the bullet. So that's why it's in my fantasy cart, because, you know, I can buy whatever I want in my fantasy cart. And the color Mocha Chocolata looks really nice. It's like a really nice nude color, so I would get a lot of use out of it. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in Sugar Cookie. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I know that this powder is probably, I don't know whether I would love this powder, but I've heard different people say that they really like this, particularly Vanessa Davis, who on Instagram is the wigs and makeup manager, or the Skullstress, as some of you may know her as. She does the massive elaborate headpieces with like the skull makeup. Beautiful makeup artist. She does a fantastic job, but she swears by this powder, and she said it's really good to like do baking, or if you want to just set your face in general. She swears by this powder, so that's why ever since she mentioned that, I was like, oh, I really want to check this one out and see if I like it. The next couple of products are from Natasha Denona, and I say no because I'm never willing to pay the prices for her products that she asks, but Fantasy Cart, I can do what I want. Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Cheek Palette in Dahlia Coral. This is $138 at full price. This is the palette that has the split pan, so it's got 3 creams at the top and 3 powders at the bottom. Every time I go into Sephora, I am so tempted to pick up this palette, but I just cannot justify the $138. But if I had the chance to try it, I would be really happy to give it a try. Test it out, because I've heard really good things about the Natasha Denona like face products and like the blushes and whatnot, so very tempted to pick this one up. Along with the next one is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I think this is one of her more expensive palettes. This comes in at $205. But of all the Natasha Denona palettes, I always had my eye on the Lila palette. And then I heard a lot of quite negative reviews about the Lila palette and how the formula just wasn't the best, and like it just didn't quite work. And the Lila palette is my color story, like the purples and everything in there, but I do have like a buttload of purples in my collection, so I don't really need any more purples. But when it comes to gold, when it comes to golds and bronzes and like tealy blue colors, I don't have a whole lot in my collection, particularly golds, because I don't traditionally wear a lot of gold, so I don't tend to buy a lot of golds. So I feel like this palette would be semi-unique to my collection. And of all the Natasha Denona palettes, this palette is the palette time and time again that I always hear people say that they absolutely love. After owning it for quite a while, they still think that it's one of their favorite Natasha Denona palettes. They still love using it, love working with it, and enjoy the palette. So that's why out of all the Natasha Denona palettes, this one, I keep coming back to this Natasha Denona palette, because it just consistently, from what I see, consistently gets positive reviews. I feel like this palette wouldn't betray me because I've seen so much positivity about it. The Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector Treatment. This is just on my list because I really want to try it. I've been wanting to try it for years, and I've heard really good things about what it does for your hair. Olaplex is on my list of brands I want to try in 2020, so obviously I had to put it on my list. But it comes in at $50. It's a pricey one. The next couple that I have are from Pat McGrath Labs. Now, on an ordinary day with my own hard-earned money, I really struggle to justify paying Pat McGrath prices. I'm so scared that it's not going to be worth the money, even though lots of you guys say that it is. Now, I will say, if I had the option and if it was at Sephora, yet I think it's the Mothership Divine Rose 2 palette is the one that I would really like to try. That's the one out of a lot of them that's really grabbed my attention. But Sephora Australia doesn't have that one just yet. So instead of that, I opted for 2 other ones. Works out, doesn't it? It doesn't, but the first one is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Subversive La Vie and Rose palette. This is the 6-pan pink palette. I have heard pretty bad things about the packaging on these 6-pan palettes, but I do really like the pinky colored story with this one, and like the purple metallic is beautiful as well. So that's why opted for this one. This one comes in at $107. And then out of the big 10 pan palettes, my option was the Mothership 3 Subversive palette, and this one comes in at $195. Out of all the palettes that Sephora Australia have in stock at the moment from Pat McGrath, the Subversive palette, I felt like it was more on my wavelength, and it was kind of a bit more unique to what I have already, and it would be one that I would be more likely to use from what I could see. So that's why I chose that one. Next we have a few like bronzing products. The first one is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Sun. So I am really enjoying the Fenty cream products, and I've heard really good things about the Fenty bronzer products in the powder form, so I had to put that on the list. Really keen to give that one a try, and even just spending my own money without the fantasy money involved, I am actually quite keen to try this product, but I want to get some more use out of the other bronzers in my collection first before I bring another one into my collection. And that's why I haven't picked up the next product as well. The next one is the Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronze Cream in the color Fair. I've heard kind of mixed things about this. I've heard some good reviews about this. I've also heard some bad reviews about this. I think the most of the complaints from people where it's the negative review is that it's very pigmented. So the fact that I know that already, and that I know that I have to go in with quite a light hand, I'm kind of prepared to give it a chance. The Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Grapefruit. You know, I got cash to splash. I want to try a different scent in the lip sleeping mask. That's all I got to say about that. Next we have the Nude Sticks, and it's the Mini Nudies All Over Face Color 3-pack kit. This one is $39 for 3 mini face products. I think one is a highlighter and 2 are cream blushes. I get a lot of people saying to me that they really like the nude stick products, particularly like the cream blush products. So this little kit piqued my interest, and I was like, if I had the money, I would definitely grab that and give it a try. Along with the next two, the next one is the Peter Thomas Roth Mix, Mask and Hydrate Skincare Set. This is a set of 6 of the Peter Thomas Roth masks. This is $116, but you do get 6 masks in this set. If I had no masks in my collection at the moment, I would definitely pick this one up, because you've got clay masks in there, you've got enzyme masks, you've got calming masks, you've got like 6 different types of masks in there for like all your skincare needs. But as it stands, I have way too many different masks at the moment in my collection that I need to use up and get rid of first before I bring another set of 6 into my collection. But I do think it's a really good set, a really good value, and you get a really good range of masks in that set. So even if I, like, putting all this fantasy stuff aside, like, I think it's a good value. The Youth to the People, the Youth Minis kit. This comes with a couple of different of the Youth to the People products. I've heard good things about the Youth to the People products. I'd be really interested to try them. This comes with, I think, 4 different Youth to the People products, and their products are quite expensive. So if I was going to give them the chance, I would want to try them in like the mini like kit form first before I made the commitment of buying the full size products, because they can be quite expensive. Next is another Huda Beauty product, and it is the Nude Obsessions Palette Mini in the medium colorway. Now I really am attracted to all 3 of the colorways in the Huda Beauty Nude Obsession like range, but out of all of them, I think the medium one, I think just because, you know, it's a little bit more exciting than the fair, and it's a little bit lighter than the dark, because the dark I feel it just is a little bit too dark because I'm pasty as hell. The Murad Replenishing Multi-Acid Peel. I love a good peel. Gotta give it a try. Then we have the KVD Vegan Beauty Everlasting Blush in Foxglove. I was going through the KVD Vegan Beauty stuff, and I was like, if I was going to try anything from them, what stands out to me? And it was the blushes, and Foxglove is like a nice natural, like almost soft terracotta-y type color, so picked that one up, threw that one in there. And then I have the iconic London Seamless Concealer. I thought I've got like everything else under the sun in here. Actually, I don't even have a foundation. Very eyeshadow heavy, blush heavy, bronzer heavy, no foundations. But I'm getting really close to needing a concealer, and if I was going to buy a concealer from Sephora, I think I'd be interested in trying out the iconic London one. I've heard good things about it actually from a few well-known makeup artists that do a lot of magazine photo shoots and stuff, that they use this one quite regularly on their clients, and it looks really nice. So I was like, I need to give that one a try. And then another one on my list is motivated by you guys, and that is the Natasha Denona Mini Retro Eyeshadow Palette. So many of you, when I said that I did not want to borrow this palette because of the color story, said that I should give it a try, and that you guys were absolutely loving the palette. So I thought, if I have the extra money, I'm going to throw it in the card and see if you guys are lying to me or not. I know you're not, but if I had the money, I would definitely give it a try. And lastly is the Peace Out Skincare Wrinkles Anti-Wrinkle Micro Needling Patches. Why do I have this on the list? It sounds cool. It's supposed to get rid of wrinkles. Not that I really have many, but I am really intrigued by the whole craze that's going around of the micro needling patches. So I thought, what the heck? Chuck it in the fantasy cart. It's supposed to help smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Yeah, I'm really interested. Good for crow's feet, smile lines, forehead wrinkles, and 11 wrinkles. So it sounds kind of cool, and I'm intrigued to see what the microneedling. I've never really done any form of microneedling, so when I saw it, I was like, let's give them a try. And like, I just want to see what it feels like on my skin and what it actually does. So just out of sheer curiosity, it went in the fantasy cart. So for 20 items, this fantasy cart totals $1,506 neat. So that is the total of my fantasy cart. And as I said, I've kind of cheated because I wouldn't be spending this kind of money if it wasn't during the Sephora sale. So this would come down by 20. And then with the exchange rate, I feel like I am definitely under $1,000 US. That is my $1,000 Sephora fantasy cart. That's what I would put in my cart if I had a spare $1,000 and I went running around Sephora. Let me know down in the comments box what you guys would pick up if you had a spare $1,000 and you got to spend it on whatever you wanted at Sephora. Also, while you're down there, let me know if you would like me to do a Mecca version of this, because as you guys know, in Australia, different brands are sold at each place. So if you do want to see a Mecca version of this, let me know down in the comments and I will work on that. I actually think I'm pretty keen to do that, just to see what I would pick up there as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy makeup tags, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to keep up to date on all my videos, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. Massive shout out as always to my amazing members. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic day. I hope you are staying safe and healthy and looking after yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.